Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with you with a preset update. Loads of you have been asking me for ages to do a preset pack that is for studio photos in particular, because I think a lot of you wanted to try and do a bit more in the studio and so on. And I know it's always very hard to balance the light and the colors properly when you're in a studio situation. So I went ahead and I created a pack that I think works pretty well in the studio. It obviously works on non-studio images as well, but I made it in mind with studio, so mostly skin and contrast and this kind of thing. Guys, before we get into this video, I'd like to give you a huge shout out for supporting my work and what I do here on YouTube, because by buying my presets, you are directly supporting me in continuing what I do here. So to celebrate that, I'd like to give the first 30 people 30% off my presets. It doesn't matter which pack you like, if you want a new pack or if you want the 5-pack, 4-pack, doesn't matter. So you just add it to your cart and then you go directly into checkout and then you type in the discount, which is first, in all capital letters, and will automatically add 30% off any of the packs. And you can pay with PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, whichever one you want. So thank you again, and let's get into the video. So those are the presets here. As with all the other ones, I have the standard, studio, and then plus and minus. So basically just kind of like slight little adjustments, so tiny bit brighter and tiny bit darker in case you need it. As with all the other presets, make sure that you play around with your settings, because with so many different light setups and with so many different light situations, it's hard to kind of make one fits all. So it is down to you to get the base going and then adjust it in a way that will work for your images. So for this one here, we can see a little example. I really like Studio 6 for this one. I just feel like the contrasts are really nice. The depth is really nice. So as you can see, the little before and after, it kind of takes the yellow edge away from the images, because as you know, I shoot my images quite warm to start with. So I just find it kind of balances it nicely. It brings out her freckles quite a lot, which I really love. And yeah, in general, just kind of makes her eyes and everything kind of pop a bit more. So I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. Another photo that I have is a subscriber photo. It's this cool moody portrait, studio portrait. I think she shot it with natural light, if I'm correct. So I find this one is quite universal. A lot of the presets look pretty cool on it. You have the kind of cooler tones, which are quite complementary for studio work. Some of the shots really bring out the colors of the glasses and the little reflections. So something like that, like the 5+, I find, the highlights are really nice and balanced, and you have the lovely reflection in the glasses, and it looks really, really nice. So I think something like that would be quite lovely. Now finally, this is another subscriber image that I mentioned. It is a Nikon file. I like number 1 as well, actually. I think it works quite well. Studio 10 looks quite nice as well with the contrasts. I'm actually really happy because I find the Nikon images are always really, really hard to color grade. I find they are the trickiest to do always. So I'm kind of very proud of myself to make it look nice and kind of even with the Canon files. I find Sony is pretty much similar to Canon, so it's not as difficult. I actually really like 6+. I think it's a very nice color. The contrasts are really nice. You can see the freckles really nicely. You can see the little before and after here. So with the presets, with the studio pack, it's not about drastic changes. With the other preset packs, the colors are quite drastically different, and they are kind of popping out. But because you work in the studio and because the colors are quite tame, and you usually work with like a gray background or a white background, it's all about making the model stand out. So that's what I kind of wanted to emphasize in this pack. I wanted to make sure that we have really strong skin tones, really beautiful kind of skin, because that's the main thing in studio photography, I find, especially if you're into beauty and so on. It's crucial, it's the main thing. So for those kind of shots, I just find it's really, really important to get that thing right first, and then you can play with any other kind of colors and settings. But instead of making it too crazy and looking too wild, I think it's best to start with a strong foundation and then kind of work from there. So I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you get the preset packs. I would love to see your work as always. As you guys know, I love posting your work on my Instagram, on my Insta stories and so on, kind of, you know, giving you a little shout out. You know, loads of your work is really, really beautiful, so I love posting that and sharing the love. So if you guys do get the preset pack and you want to share your results, make sure to email me and I will make sure to post it on my Insta story. So if you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.